Rolling Stone came to the University of Virginia campus looking for a dramatic story, and what they came away with
Welcome to Give Me Five. How about suing the university president for shutting them down for crimes they did not commit? They didn't do anything. And you know what? The press was guiltier than anybody else, led by Rolling Stone. What Rolling Stone did in quoting people that they never even talked to, and then after this Columbia School of Journalism review states the obvious, the head of Rolling Stone reprimands the people involved, but fires nobody, which means it's bad, but it's not too bad because the cause was right. They had the right part of their heart was working here, because you know what? If you could claim a woman was raped, then at any expense and at anyone's expense. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone rapes someone, they should have it cut off. I've always said that. But when you make things up as a journalist, how do you not get fired? Here's more.
I think her apology could have been better for sure. I think what she pointed to as her mistakes were that she put so much trust in this one source, and I don't really think that should have been part of what she called a mistake, because it's not a mistake to believe someone who says they're sexually assaulted. It's not a mistake to want to protect them at all. The mistake was the fact that she, as a journalist, didn't verify the story, and that's really where she went wrong. This is a University of Virginia student who claims she was sexually assaulted, or I shouldn't say claims, she says she was, and I don't know the history of her claim. I know nothing about it. She was on CNN, okay? But even she, anybody would say that these writers and editors and whoever participated in this have to go. What do you have to do to get fired at Rolling Stone, for crying out loud? Here's more.
As a victim yourself, where do you want to see this conversation go? And are you worried that because of the fact that this article in Rolling Stone has really been has come into question, are you worried that this changes the conversation in a way that's bad for sex assault victims?
Has come into question? She started to say has been discredited, is I hope the word she started to say. Maybe it said that in her teleprompter. Don't think these CNN people make up their own questions like I do. Then she comes up with the story has been questioned? Questioned? Rolling Stone admitted it was a fraud. Called into question. See, she's part of the problem too. She is part of the problem. Call it what it is. More. I definitely think she did do a lot of harm to potential victims who haven't disclosed, to friends, or to the administration who she painted as covering up sexual assaults and as being these heinous people that when you tell them about the assault, they're protecting the university more than the safety of the students. Yeah. All right. Now here's one more from Alex Pinkleton and the host.
Do you think, ultimately, looking back on this, that something happened to Jackie that night?
I'm not really sure, and I don't think we'll ever know. I do know that she had a lot of pain, and I saw that. Her friends that night saw that. But we do know that this story is not true. So it's a very unfortunate thing that happened, and I think she is at least, if nothing else, definitely a victim of this story being published because Rolling Stone did not do their job in verifying it.
So the woman who made up the rape story is a victim of Rolling Stone publishing the story. Now, Rolling Stone was wrong, but the woman belongs in a police headquarters facing charges on the Steve Malzberg Show.